everyone. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. Today we are in the pool because we are going to be unboxing some swimsuit figures. We're going to be unboxing the entire line of Girls and Panzer swimsuit figures. Now these consist of the main commanders within each school, at least from the originals, not including like Das Finale and all that. So anyways, let's go ahead and start the unboxing. So to start off, we have Miho here. She was only 1,600 yen, so conversion I'll put up on the screen as per right now. And I got all of these used, again, off of Zen Market, Yahoo Auctions specifically. Here she is in her blister without all the extra. Very nice. I do like that the back of the box has all of the different school logos on it. I think that's a very nice touch. So let's go ahead and get her open. Here she is in her plastic. She comes with a ball and just her. Here she is. And then the beach ball just goes right there. And that's about that. I think she's very cute. I will say that I wish that the beach ball was more colorful and that her hair seam isn't great, but considering how cheap she is and that she's just a prize figure, I think she looks really cute. So because this is a prize figure, you're not really expecting great detail, and again, that's why, for instance, the beach ball doesn't have a lot of colors and the shading isn't perfect. But again, I think that's okay considering how cheap this figure is. Next, we have Darjeeling here. This is what she looks like in her package. Also, you can tell by the letters at the top which prize this was. So let's get her open. Oops. Here she is. Again, I have to say that the faces are really well done on these. Sometimes with prize figures, that's one of the big complaints, is that the faces won't match up exactly, but I think she turned out really good. Out of all of these figures, the most expensive one is 30 bucks. All the rest are fairly cheap, and there's one that I got incredibly cheap, but we're not quite to her yet. But this is Darjeeling. I think she looks really good. You can see a seam line down her leg, which, you know, not ideal, but again, that's how you save money. Also, the painting of her flip-flops isn't that great, but they are an interesting design. The towel's print looks really good, and overall I think that she looks really good, even the little flower in her hair. Again, the hair seams and such don't look that great, but I don't think it's that distracting because the part that you're going to see, the front, looks pretty dead on. Also, for no reason at all, they did actually paint the back of her strap with a silver, but that's just like a little detail that they really didn't have to add because you're not going to see it, but they did anyways, and that's always appreciated. I did also just want to say, you get to see this nice little line right here. The sculpt of her body overall is very nice. So next here we have Kay. And this is the most expensive one to find, per usual. She comes with this little plastic piece to put under her to help her sit. See if we can put that under her. Oh yeah, that works very nicely. So, well, nope. I mean, I'm sure if you're not trying to float her on a boogie board, it might work a little bit better. I think she looks really good. Her hair seam is a lot better than the others. I still see some parts of it though that are a little bit atrocious, but that's okay because again, you're not going to see it from the back and you save money this way. I think that she looks really good. You do see a little bit of under boob, which is always nice, and I think again the face is just pretty dead on. Out of all the K figures you can get, this is going to be your cheapest option because there aren't too many K figures, and the ones that are out there are incredibly expensive. So if you are in the market for a K figure that actually looks like her and is a decent size, I'd say this is your best bet. You can see a bit of the seam lines right here, just like how you could with Darjeeling on her legs, but honestly overall not that bad. I will say too that her thermos is very well sculpted, and I really like the touch of having dog tags just wrapped around her wrist. I think it looks really nice, and overall I am happy with how she turned out. So the next one is Katyusha. I don't have her wrapped because I got her used for $2. She was the cheapest one that I got, and the cool thing is you can take her little floaty out and flip it whichever way you want to hold it. You can kind of just move her arm a little bit. My daughters might have played with her, so please ignore any scuffs on her. Probably are for my kiddos and not whoever had her before. As you can see, got this nice little tube here, which is always fun. I think she overall looks really cute too. Again, you're gonna have the same problem with the hair seam. Just assume that's an issue with literally all of them. There is a gap here on her bikini top and her skin where you can kind of see that there's like a crevice right there, which makes sense for what it is, but at the same time, you know, kind of annoying. You can push it down a little bit, but overall, just, you know, it is what it is. I think she looks pretty good though. Her goggles having this see-through plastic for whatever reason, that kind of stuff, I just love that little extra detail. So I think she looks pretty good overall, and again, super duper cheap. Even if you don't buy her used for the price that I got her, because let's be honest, that's going to be pretty hard to beat, I think. She still doesn't go up for more than 10 bucks usually, or at least from when I was in the realm of purchasing these. The most expensive one is K at 30 bucks, and then after that, Darjeeling sometimes goes for 25. All the rest you're looking for lower than that, and some of them you're looking at 10 bucks or less. So all depending on what you're willing to go with condition-wise. And next we have another one that did not come in any sort of box. We have Anchovy. She, I believe I got for 5 bucks. So she's a bit, oh, she's very scuffed up. I assume that that's not the way it's supposed to look on her leg. Her leg right there looks very, very red. Her hair seam actually looks really good compared to all the rest, which is kind of funny because her hair I feel like is the most intricate. Maybe not as intricate as Darjeeling's, but pretty dang intricate. I also think that the shading is well done. Mine personally has a lot of little scuffs and marks, actually a lot of dust too. Give me a second. I'm just gonna fix that. Originally when I saw this, I wasn't a huge fan of the black and white swimsuit, but I like it more than some of the other swimsuits we see Anchovy in. Like there's a couple figures I believe that have her in an orange swimsuit. The only thing that really bothers me about this one is the thing that she's holding. Is that one of those like wax drinks? Like, I don't know, maybe it's an Italian thing, but in America, we have like these wax, or we used to. I don't even know if they still make them anymore, but you'd have to bite the wax off the top and then drink it. And I don't even remember if they were that good. I have a feeling it was literally just the liquid that they'd put in ice pops, but completely just the liquid, you know, not mixed with any water. Maybe that's not what it is, because that sounds like a very distinctly American thing, to just be drinking the pure syrup that goes into ice pops. But who knows, maybe the Italians started it. Overall though, very happy with how she looks. And again, the face is really, really good. The faces of all of these are really good. And I recommend them just because of the price, the fact that they are so, I would say, accurate. The only thing that might be a little inaccurate is like the size of Katyusha, but I'll show you them all laid up next to each other, or lined up next to each other. That's the word. Once we have them all out of their box, we still have one more to do. Last but not least, we have Miho to open up. Here she is in her box. Oh, hers is really cute. I think she might actually be my favorite. Again, you have the same issue with the flip-flops. It seems like they should have just had them all not wear shoes, but they gave Darjeeling and Miho flip-flops, and they aren't the best painted things for sure. I like that she's reading a little tank book. Of course, the book is blank if you look, but I really like this little jacket she has on, like just kind of like laid over her shoulders. You can see the seam down her one leg, and you can see the hair seam is actually pretty much atrocious for her. But again, you're not going to see that from the front, so it doesn't really matter. I think out of them all, she looks the most chill. Like she really, like you really just stumbled up upon her on the beach. This is a weird weird description, but I like how laid back she is and how she just seems to be relaxing. Maybe that's because when I think of Miho, I don't think of the most relaxed individual. With the jacket, you have some overspray here. I'm just gonna call it overspray. I assume that's what's going on here. Personally, I think that this line is totally worth it. All in all, you're spending about 100 bucks for all of them, and I don't think that's a terrible price given what some figures go for. This is not that bad, and I think that it's totally worth it, especially if you want an entire Girls in Panzer set, especially if you're interested in a swimsuit set, because there is an entire swimsuit set of Girls in Panzer Girls that is the Beach Queens editions. They are 1/10 scale, and last I saw, Kay went up for $250, and she's a 1/10, so just keep that in mind. And she was damaged. I watched that bidding just happen over and over and over again, and was just sitting back like, all right, let's see what she goes for. I'm thoroughly curious, because you'll find some within that set that are very, very cheap. Usually, I think Sayori and Yukari, they go really cheap. So if you wanted to get Anglerfish Team, that won't cost you too much. And it is nice because they have all of them. She's more expensive, but they do also have Nona in that set. So if you wanted to lay out the money to collect that set, that is an option. Personally, unless I can get my hands on K for a good price, won't be doing that. This is my alternative. I like this alternative. I think it works out great. I think that these figures look fantastic considering how cheap they are, and I personally recommend them if you can find them, and you definitely can, because none of them are rare. That's the other thing that's nice about this set. It's a very easy set to complete. all you have to do is go on Yahoo Auctions, and I'm sure you'll be able to find most, if not all, in one go. Anyways, that is all I have for you for this video. I hope you all enjoyed. If you made it this far, I hope you will maybe consider liking and subscribing. You made it this far anyways, so I assume you at least somewhat like me and all of my antics. I am a figure collector who collects whatever she wants, though once a month, as long as I am on schedule, I do make at least one Girls into Panzer video. That being said, I also just collect whatever I want and talk about whatever I want that has to do with anime and manga and figures and all that good jazz. So if you are interested in any of that, go ahead and stop on back by, and I'm sure I'll have something new to show you all that you'll enjoy. Anyways, I hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you all next time.